Hi everyone. As I mentioned, I am Ryan Halo. I want to give a shout out to my husband Jerry right here and my business partner. Between the two of us, we have 7 companies that we run. Most notably, my founding company is Salon Halo Luxury Salons. But I never wanted to be a salon owner growing up. And a lot of people look at me and they think, wow, I'm 33, by the way, so 12 years in. People assume that that was what I wanted to do, and I always knew that I wanted to do hair. That is not the case. So if it's okay with everyone, I'm gonna just keep it really real and really raw. I actually came from a very loving, normal family and was a gifted honors student, get a fancy degree, probably as a lawyer, and then, that was how I did it. Lawyers over here? Got some whoop-whoops in the house? Okay. Well, I hope you're loving it. I was one of the only gifted students in my school, in elementary school. I'd get bussed over once a week to another school, and it was really ingrained in me that the only way to make the most out of my potential was to go to college, get good grades, so on and so forth. And then everything changed for me when I was 11. My dad committed suicide and murdered my 6-year-old brother. Understandably, my mom, who was a very successful, loving, caring parent, she was a nurse, multiple homes, became addicted to prescription drugs. So at this point, 12, 13, 14 years old, I'm just kind of trucking along. I'm the only child at that point. I'd like to think I'm pretty resilient. I did make the most of it, but as time went on and her addiction got worse, it became increasingly impossible for me to keep up with my grades, to excel, to achieve. She'd be awake for 3 days, asleep for 3 days. I will tell you that my mom is now clean and sober. I am very proud of her for that. We are always working on our relationship. So, with that said, I was at the darkest point in my life when I had to leave her home for my safety when I was 15 years old. I had to drop out of school. I lost all hope of the vision that I had for my only path to success. I'm not going to get into Juilliard or Harvard or become a lawyer when I'm so far behind. I was always somebody who believed in the anti-drug and all that kind of stuff. And the more I lost sight of that vision of my success and my path and my hope, the more that I started to consider, maybe I will just try that pill or do that, fill in the blank. And right around that time was when I was offered a position for $25 a day to work at a hair salon. And at 15 years old, honestly for me, that was like 25 hamburgers a day. So I figured, okay, I just said yes. And I had grown up with hairdressers around me. I had shampooed since I was like 12 years old, child labor, for my aunt. And I thought of that as settling, to be honest. I did. I was told, you're smart, you're this, you're that, you have to take this path, that path. So there was a part of me that was conflicted. I was like, I don't want to settle, I don't want to this, I don't want that. But I took the path to make them, it was just something I can do with all of that passion and that energy and that enthusiasm that I had that was kind of withering away. So next, I took this job, I turned that into $25 into $50 a day, into $100 a day. And I'm stacking up cash at this point, I'm hustling, I'm learning about customer service, I'm learning about the chemistry of hair color service, I'm learning about the chemistry of hair color, the geometry of cutting, how to maximize a client experience. So for me, this was so fulfilling. And I went to Palm Mitchell Hair School. I was the youngest person at 16 years old. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a license. I didn't have a GED. None of these things were possible because I didn't have the cooperation of my legal guardian. But we kept pushing and we kept finding ways. So I went to hair school. Thankfully, I got into a great hair school, got teamed up with somebody that was driving an hour from my hometown both ways. So fast forward, I moved to Chicago. I was a freelance artist out there for 2 years, and I really believed, okay, this is my path to success. I'm going to be an editorial artist. I'm going to do all the fun stuff, do the celebrity work. I'm working that angle, I'm doing it, and then I got a phone call. I was offered to buy a hair salon a couple days before my 21st birthday in my hometown of Spring Hill, Florida. First I said, oh heck no, I'm not moving back. No. I knew how much responsibility was involved with having a business, having a team, doing that. So, but then there's this little inkling in me, this little voice that said that you don't want to wonder what if. Just go back, start the company, just move out to Chicago. No big deal, right? Wow, I did not know what I did not know. Thankfully, I did just say yes. Started in a 1,000 square foot salon. I was the only employee for 6 months. And now we're one of the top 200 salons in North America. We have a multi-million-dollar revenue. Thank you. We have 3 locations, multi-million-dollar revenue, about 6.5 thousand square feet between the 3 locations. But I don't say that to impress you. I say that to make the point that I would never have done that on my own. And how I was able to do that was to empower a team of people that shared the same vision that I shared. And our vision was to create something different, something elevated. Learning to utilize systems, learning to utilize the empowerment of the team members, and investing in my team members. So I spend about 2.5 hours a week training the whole company in one location. We do so many countless things. So now at this point, all that we've achieved has been through the success of a team working together, and now I have a company that I'm growing called Halo Consulting and Education to take all of this proprietary information and share it with other leaders of teams. What I've learned and the lesson that I have to share is that you grow when you help other people grow. And I'm so much more fulfilled now in my life that I see the 40 team members that are sharing this vision reach levels of success that they didn't think was possible for them in that small town, or even now as we branch out into the South Tampa area. And I'm just so fulfilled. And I never would have known that I had a calling to teach, to lead, to add value to other people if I just followed that first track and became a lawyer or whatnot. I would have been miserable. Now I get to travel the world. I get to work with my amazing husband, empower people, just be myself. And I'm just so fulfilled by the opportunity to take my story and my experiences and use that to empower other people and help them do the same. So that's all I got to share.